So, as you mentioned, AI is rewriting the rules of marketing. How can law firms and other companies harness it to outpace bigger competitors?
The way you counter AI, not just for marketing or anything like that, a lot of people obviously have a lot of anxiety nowadays about this. I always say just lean into what makes you human. That's something that cannot be replaced by AI. If you're writing a blog about specific topics that your competitor can just spin with a content creation tool and then try to steal your SEO traffic, you're not really going to get anywhere. But if you lean into what makes you human, if you lean into the stories of your clients, the people that you've helped, the background of your business, what you went through, that's going to allow you to kind of become inimitable in certain ways. But when you're optimizing for AI, you want to focus on how people on the SEO side of things, how people actually search, right? So in the past, we would optimize for a specific keyword like car accident lure Toronto.
Yeah.
Now you're going to optimize it for how would I actually pick up my chat GPT and yell into my phone looking for the inquiry. And that might be who's the best car accident lawyer in the Toronto area. That might be one search term.
Right.
So that's something that's going to be important. You want to optimize for natural language, and then you want to sort of continue to prioritize being a authoritative expert in your industry. So that's going to encompass everything. So everything from media appearances, podcasting, social media signals coming through. You still have to be out there and present, and then AI is going to pull from a bunch of different platforms. But if you're everywhere, the likelihood that you're going to rank well for SEO results in AI is higher.
So, say I'm a small firm or company with a shoestring marketing budget. What's your blueprint for competing against industry giants?
Creativity. I mean, that's what AI cannot replace nowadays, and I don't think it will replace that anytime soon. The type of content it generates and the ideas are a bit stilted. I'm sure a lot of people have realized that.
Yeah.
And so what you're going to lean into is creative ways to get people's attention. Social media is great. I mean, it's saturated at the end of the day, but it's still got low barriers to entry. And if you look at your specific niche, let's use a legal example, say it's immigration law in the Toronto area, and you look at your competitors and you do an analysis and you say, on the SEO side of things, we're getting crushed and it's probably going to cost us 25,000 in backlinks to get up there. On the AdWords side of things, we're getting crushed. Let's go where it's cheaper to enter and where there's more of an opportunity. So let's put our efforts into generating Pinterest pins. Let's put our efforts into making 45 videos on our iPhone that we get someone to edit that we can dominate on YouTube and thus the SEO page one. Let's get out in the public. Let's shake hands. Let's meet people. Let's sponsor a local hockey team. Let's build that brand benevolence in a way. These are things that are relatively inexpensive that you can use to get ahead. And then also, getting out in the public, being an expert in every way that you can. There are limits. I'm not going to pretend that, if your competitor has 10x the budget, that you're going to be able to just get out there and shake some hands. But nowadays, there are a lot of inroads to get people to pay attention to you and explore that. I mentioned earlier, just getting Google reviews up, legitimate reviews, posting content on there, Q&A. I mean, I generated a client $100,000 a month, and it took us 3 months to optimize their Google local locations
Yeah.
simply because their competitors were not even touching it. They weren't thinking to do that. They were so focused on AdWords and the general SEO side of things.
Oh, goodness.